What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, bringing you a new Mortal Kombat 1 update video because there has been some stuff that's kind of important in the scene, and I feel like it makes sense to make a video just talking about it. Now, the first piece of business to talk about is the fact that Mortal Kombat will not be included at EVO 2026. The roster just came out. We'll go over that in a bit. The other thing that's interesting is Ed Boon just tweeted out today that Mortal Kombat is getting a new update. So let's dive into this. So the first thing I wanted to go over is EVO and the lineup and what we're looking at for this coming year. I'm just going to take off my cam so you guys can see the full list of games here. 12 total games. I'm pretty sure EVO has never had 12 like main stage games, and you'll see there's a lot of variety of games, but you'll also see that this is actually going to be the first EVO that there's no NetherRealm Studios title. Before, we would always see either Mortal Kombat or Injustice. Now, I will say, technically speaking, for the lineup that was going to be EVO 2020, they actually didn't have it there. Let me pull that up. So this is the lineup that was going to be EVO 2020, but as you all know, COVID happened and stuff, and there didn't end up being an EVO that happened. And then when EVO finally came back, they actually included Mortal Kombat 11 back into the roster. So technically speaking, out of all the EVOs that's happened since Mortal Kombat 9 came out in 2011, Mortal Kombat or Injustice has always been part of the lineup because this tournament technically didn't happen. So that brings us back to the lineup that we're seeing. Now, some of the games, not surprising to see Street Fighter 6 there, Tekken 8 there, of course. You'll see that 2XKO is actually on the lineup as well. I know Sonic is very interested in competing in that. Just a quick side note, Sonic is currently at 8 EVO titles and on track to tie with Justin Wong's 9 EVO titles this year. We also see that Invincible Versus is going to be added to the lineup, and there's a lot of other stuff. Vampire Savior, BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, Rivals of Aether, Grand Blue, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. This is in there. Under Night as well. There's a lot of games, and Virtua Fighter 5 also in there. So there's going to be a lot of games at EVO this year. The thing that I actually think is really cool that EVO is doing, let me bring this up. I saw this post that they made saying, playing to win EVO 2026 will award a guaranteed minimum prize pool of $500,000 between its 12 tournament titles, and the breakdown is based on total entrants. So whoever has like the most entrants, you definitely cannot see this. It's far too small. But whoever has the most entrants, whatever game has the most entrants at EVO is going to have a $100,000 pot bonus, all the way down to still a guaranteed $20,000 pot bonus for whatever game has the least amount of signups. If Mortal Kombat 1 had made it into this, to be honest, it probably would be like the last within the bottom 3, I would say, of signups for games, meaning the game would have had like either a $20,000 or $25,000 pot bonus. But yeah, no Mortal Kombat at EVO. Now, obviously, coming from the perspective of like, a competitor, content creator, and all that, like I haven't really been traveling to EVO for the past couple years, but when your fighting game is at EVO, it does bring just a little bit more life into the scene, right? And not having Mortal Kombat 1 at EVO definitely is like, okay, this game's not looking good, right? Like, what's happening? What's happening for the game? Well, apparently, there is still something happening for this game, because today, like less than 2 hours ago, this guy tweeted or retweeted Ed Boon's tweet from way back in July saying next patch being final is highly unlikely. I even like talked about this, previously. I tweeted about it a month or two ago, saying how, yeah, I don't think it's happening. I don't think we're getting a patch. It's not happening. Ed Boon should just not said anything. But apparently now Ed Boon is saying balance patch incoming soon. I'm like, Okay, so we're not gonna have the game at Evo, but apparently a balance patch is incoming. What is going to be included, guys? What's going to be included in this balance patch? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you would like to be included, because there's a lot of stuff they could do for this game. I just don't really know what I can reasonably expect at this point in time. So this is what True Underdog had tweeted, saying what we want in the final update. And to be honest, I think it's very likely that whatever the next balance patch is going to be the final patch. I didn't even think we were going to get another patch. So probably the final patch, right? Final balance patch, possibly new moves. Sure, that would be nice. Missing moves, boss attacks from invasions would be nice. Potentially, but it could also be kind of dumb, but who knows? Like at this point, I'm okay with them making this game just kind of like balls to the wall, kind of stupid, because you know, what do you have to lose, I guess, at this point? Story mode costumes and gear, okay, sure, whatever. Finally giving us character customization slots. Could be a nice quality of life change. Release the full tag team mode. It's playable with mods, so just let us all have it. That would be really interesting if they suddenly brought in a tag team mode. You know, I'm using Noob and Reptile if that was the case, but I'd be interested to see just what they're going to change. Lobbies has always been a thing that, like, it was weird that they never brought it to the game. Would be nice, right? Would be nice if we got some lobbies. Obviously, I would like a proper balance patch, but my expectations are generally pretty low when it comes to that. Let's take a look at what some other people are saying. I see competitor says, I'm really hoping they adjust some of the bad cameos to have ambush attacks, change health values, cooldowns for some, tweak low tiers. Okay, sure. Game's almost in a good spot. If only we had more cameos and better quality of life updates throughout. And needed online lobbies badly. This guy's saying Ed trolling us today. Game awards reveal in 5. Like, yeah, so that's the thing, is like, is this some kind of elaborate troll that like we're getting the game awards today, and like this balance patch isn't really a balance patch, it's just an announcement of a new game? If that's something, honestly, I don't mind that. I would be here for it. Sign over here saying, please show my boy Reptile some love. He needs it. Facts. I would love some real quality of life Reptile buffs. Make Force Ball go full screen. How about that without meter? That'd be a nice start. We have a Sub-Zero player that some of you may be aware of, saying that nothing's new, 2 to 3 new broken things based on cameo recharge rates. Nothing for core gameplay, nothing for main fighters. Move on to your next project as you always do, you and your lazy team. Interesting. You know, we'll see if he's correct. Also, one thing that I did want to just mention is in regards to Evo not including Mortal Kombat, this is what Rewind had to say. Says, since 2011, NetherRealm's always been in the lineup at Evo. As of 2026, that streak's over, and deservedly so. MK1 and the team behind it nuked the franchise into the ground. I love MK, but they sure make it impossible for the OGs to stick around with every new release. I do think there's a lot of things I think that went wrong. Basically, for like the last couple of years, it wasn't even just MK1. I think MK11 there was issues too. I don't think there was enough communication. There hasn't been enough communication for like 8 years or something like that with just the general community, and with, you know, esports, with competitive tournament scene things. There just wasn't enough communication. I think a lot of the patches and stuff that we got throughout the life of MK1 was just a whole lot of just shifting the meta of what cameo is broken. We're gonna make it Pharah, we're gonna make it Cyrax, we're gonna make it Striker, we're gonna make it Chameleon, and it was just a shifting of that for the most part, which kind of sucked, because for the most part I was never using those, you know, clearly busted cameos. It was always feeling like an uphill battle for someone that just kind of wanted to stick to their guns, someone that just kind of wanted to play what I wanted to play and not kind of bounce around the meta. But, you know, we'll see what happens, guys, with this probably a final balance patch coming out. If it's actually a balance patch or if it's something to do with Game Awards, we'll see. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.